guys. We're asked to set this up in this form here. What's your first step, Terry? I would rewrite it like this. All right. Oh, doesn't help. All right. What would you do then? Take out the 3, and we're left with. And then you still have your 5 over here, don't you? All right. How do we make this part using a perfect square? 3 and 2. All right. Now, you know where the issue arises? The issue arises is that this part here is not the same as this part here. Would everybody agree with that? They're not the same value as each other. So you're going to have to multiply this out and figure out how much bigger it is. And then you're going to make an adjustment at the end to fix it. Okay? So for those of you a bit confused as to why we're using x minus 2 to be squared, you always end up with an x squared. You always end up with a number beside that. So in this case it's 4x, so you halve it to get 2. If that was 6x, you'd be dealing with 3. If it was 10x, you'd be dealing with 5. All you gotta do now is multiply out x minus 2 squared. So you multiply out x minus 2 by x minus 2. When you successfully do that, which you could do in first year, you'll get this. Are we cool with that? You're going to multiply it out. What happens when you multiply it out? What you get? 3x squared, tick. 12x, tick. 3 times 4? 12. You don't want 12, you want 5. So how do you turn that 12 into a 5? Take away 7. Now you're very close to getting your answer. Okay? So what do we do now? 3 times, anybody? X minus 2 squared. A is 3, P is 2, and what's your Q value? Minus 7, and you're done. Okay, so that's all that done in one go. Now, last night we gave us probably a more difficult version of these questions, okay? So which ones did we give you again? Do you remember? Was it? P? J. Yeah. J. N. R. You just want me to do J and an R, is it? And S as well? G is easy, G is very standard, isn't it? But J, N, and R are a bit more difficult, right? Can anyone tell me, Luke, what do you do with J? Perfect, as long as when you rearrange it, what do you get? Okay, so Luke rearranged that, and what Luke got was x squared, doing J. Luke got x squared minus 4x plus 18. Cool, then what did you do, Luke? Luke half the 4x. Perfect. Then you multiply that out, and what do you get? Yeah. But you wanted 18. Oh. Yeah, so Luke says x minus 2 squared plus. Yeah, that's a handy one, isn't it? That should take care of that. Now, where things get difficult is when there's odd numbers in the middle and when there's fractions. Okay, things start to get a bit more awkward then. Evan, what did you do for n? Which is x squared minus 1x minus a half. Yep, so Evan did exactly the same procedure. He targeted the middle part and he halved it. Okay, so what do we get here then? X minus a half squared. Everybody cool with that? Then what? Multiply it out. So what's x minus a half by x minus a half? David, O'Reilly. X by X. And then next part. Half X, yeah. Next one. And then finally a half by a half. Excellent. Bams in the middle part. They don't cancel, they're both minuses. Minus 1x, because a half plus a half is 1. And this is plus a quarter. Now here's the real problem, okay? We have plus a quarter, where we actually want minus a half. Anybody know how to rectify that situation? Oh. Let's see if we can. Still working. Don't understand how that happened. Alright, in your calculator, here's what I want you to do. One of them's at a quarter, the other one's at minus a half. And there's the 0 mark. You want to figure out the gap between the two of these, so what you need to do, add them up. What happens when you add them up? You get 3/4. So you need to take away 3/4, don't you? So what's the answer then, Evan? Yeah. Minus 3/4, yeah. And you're done. Happy out? Alright. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to bother with R because R is easier than the one I just did. But I will go for S. Okay? You got that one out. Alright. Not so bad. Now, S. S is difficult. Let's give it a go. So, S is x squared plus 2/3 x plus 1. You got that? So what you do here, James? And what you get? Just take out your calculator and divide it by 2. You get a third. Yeah. Multiply that out and what you get? X squared. 1/3 x. Multiply a third by a third. Third plus a third. You got exactly what you wanted, didn't you? First one, second one, however, the third one's wrong. I have 1/9, but what do I actually want? What you need to add onto it? 8/9. Because 1/9 plus 8/9 is 9/9, 9/9 is 1. And then what's the answer then, James? 8/9. Go with that. Alright. There you go. Not so much. Right? Now, they do get harder, they do get more complicated, right? So that's where you should be by now. We're spending a lot of time on them because these actually need a lot of practice, and the book doesn't really do it justice. Now, where things get a bit crazier. Okay? I'm going to do a negative one for you. And I'll show you what I mean by a negative one. And then you guys are going to do a negative one. See this one here? What's the big difference between this one and the other ones we did? It's negative, isn't it? Shouldn't affect us though. What do we take out instead? Take out -2 and we're left with x squared and -2x. And we leave the -1 alone, don't we? And we all know how to deal with this at this stage, don't we? I won't even spend too long on it. It's everybody happy with x minus 1 squared? What is x minus 1 squared? It's x squared minus 2x plus 1. Everybody okay with that? So this will be -2 times x squared minus 2x plus 1. What I'm saying is that this here is the same as this here. They're the same thing. Now when I multiply it out, I say it's minus 2x squared plus 4x take away 2. What am I not happy about? That this one is not the same as this one. So how can I adjust that? Plus 1 at the end. What can I change all this to now? Minus 2 into x minus 1 squared plus 1. Happy out? Alright. You guys, I did one negative one, so you guys are going to do, yeah. You guys are going to do E and O. E and O, okay? Here we go. Alright. So minus x squared minus 2x minus 5. What was your first step?
Minus 1.
Yeah, take out minus 1. Well, so you get x squared plus 2x, and then you just have your minus 5 still over here, don't you?
Yeah.
What you do with this section here? What does that mean? What do I put in here? What numbers for the square? X and half the second number always. X plus 1, yeah. It's only half the number, it's not actually half the x as well, so it's just the number that comes in front of the x, okay? Now we're going to multiply this out, and we're going to see how it matches up with the original. What is x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 1? Evan. Yeah. Okay. Now what you get next? Multiply it out, and what do we get? Yeah. 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 Okay. I don't want a minus 1, I want a minus 5. So how do I fix that? Perfect. Now we pretty much have our answer now, don't we? What do I do now? Okay, you guys? You're done. Answer. Go. Alright, cool. Next one's probably one of the more difficult questions we've done recently. Okay. So, next one is, what's this? It gave his O, did I? O. Alright. 4 minus 2x minus 3x squared, alright? Rearrange it to what, Shadi? 2x plus 4. What you do with the first two? And minus 3. And what do you get left with?
X squared.
Yeah, and then you have your plus 4. You're looking to have a plus 4 at the very end, okay? What's the issue here, guys? This guy is not easy, is it? We have to half it, don't we? What happens when we halve it, Comiskey? Huh? So this is the part where we square it, we ignore the x, and we just put in a third squared. And we multiply it out, and we compare it to the original. We multiply it out, and we compare it to the original, and see if it works out to be the same thing. Alright, Daniel, can you tell me what x plus a third multiplied by x plus a third is? Yeah? Yeah? Third multiplied by a third? And what does that turn into then? X squared plus 1/9, right? We need you to multiply all that by minus 3 now. Yeah. 3, yeah, which is, yeah, minus 3 times 1/9, which is minus a third. Okay. You don't want minus a third. What do you want? You want a plus 4, don't you? You're currently here. That's where you are. And you want to be all the way over here. How'd you get from here to here? Add 4 plus a third, which is 4 and 1/3. Add them, which is 13 over 3. So you need to add on 13 over 3. Charlie, what's my answer then?
Minus 3
And
x plus over 3 squared.
yeah, and you're done. Happy out? Alright, let's see what we have on the next page. Alright, you guys are going to solve the equations, okay, without using the minus b formula. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I will do I'll do K, right, and I'll show you how I'm going to do K. I bring that over to the other side, kill with that. Everybody on board so far? Now, what do I do next, lads? Take out the 3 and what am I left with? P squared plus 6p. What do I do with the 6p again? Half it, and I do this, don't I? Yeah. Then what do I do? Multiply that out. Is everybody happy that that is the same as that, yeah? Multiply it out again, what do I get? 3p squared plus 18p plus, I don't want 27, I want 23, so what do I do? Now, here's the interesting part, ready? This is the part where we convert this back into what? What do I turn it back into? 3 into squared, excellent. And then that's going to be equals 0. Cool with that? Alright, here's how I'm going to solve this. So, this would be your answer according to your last question. Everybody cool with that? Now, here's what we're going to do now. I'm going to grab that, I'm going to bring it down here. Our goal is to get the p on its own. So, what's the first thing to leave if I want to get that p on its own? What's the easiest thing to move? Huh? I think the 4 is pretty easy to move, to you? So the 4 is pretty easy to move, so it's going to be 3 times p plus 3 squared equals 4. Everybody cool with that? What's the next thing to move? The multiplication of 3 on the left is division of 3 on the right. Right? What do we do next? Square root both sides. Now, what you guys don't remember square roots is that if I have x squared equals 25, the actual answer is x equals plus or minus root 25. What do we mean by that? One answer will be plus 5 and your answer will be minus 5. So what do I need to do here then when I square root both sides? Huh? Plus or minus the square root of? What is the square root of 4 over 3? What's root 4 over root 3? Would everybody be happy with 2 over root 3? Now finally, what do I do with the 3 on this side? 3. Move it over and you get minus 3 plus or minus 2 over root 3. And that's your answer. Okay? You're done. Alright, you guys are going to do a similar question to what I just did. You guys are going to try out, let's go for the L, and following L you'll try N. L and N. Okay. So, for part L, you bring over the 9, take out the 2, you identify that as a 6x, so that means what you're going to use in the perfect square, x plus 3 squared. You multiply that back out, you get x squared plus 6x plus 9. You're then going to get you're then going to get 2x squared plus 12x, which is exactly what we were looking for. We're going to get the 18 at the back instead of 9, so we're going to take away a minus 27. Everybody cool with that? Next here we're going to reform the equation where we're going to have 2 times x plus 3 squared, take away 27 equals 0. Who got that far? Right. Everyone know the next step then? Bring the 27 over the other side, so we're going to get x plus 3 squared. 2 times x plus 3 squared equals 27. It's multiplication of 2 at the front, so you bring that underneath to get 2, don't you? Square root both sides, what do we get? Square root both sides. You get x plus 3 on its own, and then you just get the square root of 27 over 2. I made a mistake. Anybody clear up my mistake for me? What was the mistake put in? No plus or minus. Thank you very much. Now on to the 3. Go to your side, and we get x equals 3 plus or minus square root of 27 over 2. And you're done.